Alright guys, welcome back to Starbound. So, when we last left off, I died a whole lot. Let's try not to repeat that this time. I have a really broken ship still. We're going to go down to the planet. Let's get a house started. We're going to start harvesting wood, get a house together. We're going to start getting situated so that we can start making a living here. Alright, it is dark, so that's that. Let's kind of scope out, see what we got here. Kind of looking to see if there's a decently flat spot here. We might just have to make one. Let's see what we can do here. Alright, so let's go a little bit lower down. Figure out what our level is here. Okay, let's go from here. We'll get everything down, knocked down to this level. We'll fill in the holes. Now we can hold shift here and put down single blocks, which is good. So we'll get that there. Let's knock all this out. We'll knock those out, get some seeds. We're going to need those eventually. There is a lot you can do in this game now for farming. There we go. Okay, so that looks like a pretty, excuse me, pretty decent place for a house. Let's see if we can extend this out a little bit. Alright, so we might not use all of this space, but I want to go ahead and give us room. We're going to need room for crops. There are cattle and stuff in this game now, so that's something to look forward to. I really wish it was daytime so we could see what the heck we were doing. But let's go ahead and start gathering our trees. Start getting a house put together. That'll also give us some saplings. We can start a tree farm. You found some wood. Indeed, I have. Somebody's got a campfire over here. At some point, we may actually level this hill out. We'll put some crops or something up here, maybe. There's plenty of things we can do, really. But I'm going to go ahead and sleep in this tent. Get back to full health. That guy is just a wandering merchant. But we are, however, going to rob him and empty out these chests. Take the pixels, which is cash, which we do have a place we can use that. You'll see that a bit later. We do need the red core fragments. So that's good. There we go. We will have to come down here and dig through this mine, though I'm not going to do it just yet. I want to get us a nice safe zone built. Come on. Alright. But I do need to... Oh, man. I'm playing a solo game with my wonderful wife. And we have gotten far enough to get double jump, which, man, that makes it so much easier. Let's go ahead and knock all this out. Let's get all the trees we can. I don't want to use dirt. Dirt's kind of a shabby house. It's very dirty. I know, that was terrible. I apologize. Alright, there we go. Oh man, really? Come on. Leave us alone. We're just trying to build a house here. I hate spears. They're really difficult to aim. Alright. Let's go back to knocking our tree down. There we go. Gather up some more. And then we're going to turn all of these into timber, which will allow us to build walls. We can get a structure started. Hey, there's a treasure chest down there. I totally didn't see that before. I think we came over here too. We'll get that here in just a second. Deforestation. There we go. Let's go ahead and dig down in here. Come on, get in there. Let's see what we got. We have salve. Fantastic. All right. So let's go back over here. Ow. Oh, come on, man. Really, you're gonna beat me up like that? Let's just get out of range here. Bunnies! Whoops, I've killed the bunnies. Sorry. Not sorry. We desperately need a better weapon. Please don't attack me, bird. Alright, so let's go ahead and do some basic crafting here real quick. We're gonna need some timber. We're going to turn all of this into timber. We get 5 timber per log. And whatever we don't use, we will use in other crafting, so I'm not too worried about making too much. But we are going to use a lot to make our house. So first, let's go ahead and start with our generic wall here. Hey, look at that. That's totally not straight at all. It's alright, we can fix it. We're professionals. There we go. Let's go up one more, and then we'll bring this across. There we go. Very, very fancy. We're so awesome. Alright, so let's knock this back wall out here. And if you guys are wondering how I'm accessing the stuff in the background and not in the foreground, if you right click, that will allow you to knock stuff out of the background. It'll also allow you to place stuff in the background, so that'll give you a way to place back walls, things like that, which we'll have to do here in a minute to kind of seal up our house, because yeah, I don't think anything can get in here like this, but look at that. Big, giant, open. Nobody wants that. So let's go ahead and put in some back wall. There we go. And we'll get the next row done. We will get some doors built here in a minute. Looks like we're probably going to need some more wood, but that's alright. We can do that. We'll also get our saplings planted as well. That'll give us a good source of steady wood. Everybody likes good, steady supply of wood. Let's go ahead and finish this up. We might... Oh, we didn't quite have enough. All right, that's fine. We've got more trees. Let's go cut down some more trees. Got a little bit of looks to be... That was weird the way that tree fell. We've got a little bit of like a meteor shower or something going on. The amount of stuff that you can do in this game now is pretty substantial. There's a lot of new quests that nobody's seen yet. There's a lot of new, the way they've rearranged the ores and some other stuff is fantastic. I'm really enjoying playing this game so far. I've had a lot of fun with it. If you haven't checked out Starbound yet, you totally should. Grab this here. Yes, it did take a really long time to come out of early access, but I'm really happy with what did come out of early access. It's really good. Now, I did block off that wall for a specific reason. That's going to keep us safe while we're in here building. That way we don't have to worry about things hopping in here and trying to kill us. It's unfortunate and irritating. Alright, so let's get some torches up, so we can see what we're doing inside of our house here. Just kind of placing these around in a non-specific way. There we go. Alright, so we had wood left over, which is good. We need to make a crafting table. We need to get some logs, so let's actually break out of here real quick and get some logs. We're going to need that to craft a door and some other basic things to get us started. All super important things. Let's see if we can get it before it gets too dark. Please, bird, leave me alone. I'm not in the mood to deal with you, sir. Alright. And like I said, here once it gets light again, we will get our tree farm set up. We'll plant all the saplings that we collected so we can start growing more trees, because wood we'll need for quite a few things starting out, so we'll do that. We have a well here, which I might actually have to remove that well. Close ourselves back in here for now. Alright, let's get our crafting table built. Inventor's table, they did rearrange the way the crafting works, so you have to stand here on that particular item until it completes. It doesn't complete right away, so keep that in mind. Also, build those. And I want to... Actually, you know what? We'll steal the campfire from the other guy. But they also rearranged the way the crafting tables work. They are upgradable now, so that you don't have to recreate an entire table. I really want that to turn around. Come on. There we go. Let's see. Well, that's fine. We can just put it over here against the wall. We can always move it. So this gives us some other things we can create. Forging table. The foraging table allows you to create all the farming equipment, like the hoe and several other items that are useful in farming, like the water can and a few other things. Spinning wheel, you'll need that to make cloth, bandages, or not bandages, but cloth, string, things like that. And the wooden workbench, which we'll need to make a lot of other things. We're going to go ahead and make a workbench, though, because we need that right away. There we go. Let's go ahead, and since we have the material, let's make a spinning wheel as well. And then if we have enough, we'll make a foraging table and go ahead and get the last of that created. There we go. Now, for the anvil, we're going to need some iron bars, so we're going to have to go dig around. We'll do that here in a minute. Well, we might not have time this episode, but we'll do it next episode and get that done. There we go. These will be rearranged later as we expand our house, so I'm just kind of putting them down for now. As you can see, here's our farming stuff. Moth trap. Okay, so as soon as we get a chance to build a couple of these, I'm going to go ahead and do it, even though we can't use silk yet. The reason being for that is it will allow us to start building up our silk supply, because we'll need a lot of it once we get a little further in. Watering can, we'll probably also build one of those, but I'm lazy and we'll build one of the wooden ones. We'll need that to water our crops. It rains fairly often on this planet, so that shouldn't be too huge an issue. Pardon me while I take a drink. So we'll get that done. As you can see up here, there's a grayed out upgrade button. When you have the you hover over it there, you see the material that you need to upgrade the table. When you have the material in your inventory, that button will become clickable. There we go. Cotton will be another thing we're going to need a bunch of, so we will start growing that as well. But let's go ahead and at least get a single door created here, because we have no way to get it out of our house, and that is a problem. We are going to want out of here at some point. So let's go ahead and knock this out a little bit. And put our door in. Fantastic. Look at that. We have a door. We have a sort of kind of house. I think next episode we will start working on the mining. We'll have to probably build a second floor, which will hang over here so that we can get outside on that side of the house. We'll put down some wood pieces that will allow us to basically jump through the floor, but they'll act the same as the floor. They're wooden platforms, which is the word I was trying to think of. And we'll start trying to get enough ore together so that we can start putting armor on, and we won't be so naked. So as soon as we get that done, we will start running around the planet. We'll find our gate. We'll find some of the other stuff and do some general exploring. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this episode, please do leave a like down below. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave those down below as well. And if you haven't already, please, please, please hit that subscribe button. That helps me get more stuff out to you guys and helps you guys see everything that I create. Alright guys, we'll see you next time.